Welcome back. I appreciate you clicking on the video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate that. And go and give the video a thumbs up if you end up enjoying this. And thank you to everyone who has subscribed and everyone who's commented. I so enjoy the interaction that we have there. So go ahead and leave a comment as well. What is your current obsession orchid or orchids? In my case, these currently are my orchids that I absolutely love right now, like love. Look at them every day, like get excited about them, everything. I'm gonna start with my Cinderia here. And what do I love about the Cinderia? What don't you love about the Cinderia? Look at the leaves on here. Just look at those big luscious leaves and look at the slight variegation in there. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. Now, she is a, I believe, species orchid. And as most of you may know, I wanted to put them all into Aleca, all my summer blooming novelty species type Phalaenopsis. However, this one is going to wait until she absolutely needs to be repotted. Let me show you why. This is another reason I'm obsessed with this orchid. Look at the roots on this lady. Let me just turn her around. Look at this. She is just loving her life in this pot. Now, this one I got from Lowe's. It's very sturdy plastic. And what I find interesting about her, going back to the roots don't like the media, that's why they're coming out. Well, she came out here, come around, and look, she's going back in. And then she's got two on this side, well, actually three now, but came out, went around, went back in. These two came out, and now they're splitting off right here. But I just love her leaves. Like, I love the big fat leaves on her. Eventually I may have to find a different place to put her because she's kind of taking up some of that space that is not allowing the other orchids. She's a little bit of a space hog, but you know what? She's so worth it. So worth it. I've had her since August of 2021. She's been in this setup. I didn't put the date on here, but she's been in here for about 9 months now. And she is in a moss small bark setup. And oh my goodness, once I see her in bloom, she's supposed to have pretty pink blooms, maybe white-ish, but we'll have to wait and see. But I literally look at her every day. I could stare at this orchid for hours. I know, weird, right? No blooms, and I could still stare at her. And then we have this Zygopetalum, a no ID, that I got in May of 2021, or 2022, sorry, I got it this past May on my anniversary. And she did come in bloom. If I can find the picture, because I accidentally deleted some things that weren't supposed to be deleted. I'm horrible, I know. But she did start this new growth, and it is coming rather well. I love how it's coming straight up and not winky. Look what she's got started even better. Nice roots. Now, she is also in a moss bark layered mix. And just this bulb here is starting to swell back up. As you can see, it got a little dehydrated in the beginning. So she's been in this setup since June. I got her in May, and I put her in here about the end of June. But I'm proud of the fact that she is growing, and I like to look at her because now that she's got these roots coming, I love the way Zygopetalum roots look. I just love them. I like all roots, but the Zygopetalum roots are just, to me, they're just so cute. They look almost transparent in the pot. All right, then of course we have the Sonochi's Wine Delight, and you would think it's because she's getting ready to bloom that I'm obsessed with her, but it's not. It's this growth that she produced this season. I was not expecting her one to bloom, but I was not expecting this growth to be so large, considering this is the previous growth. So what I was expecting was probably half of this, but this, I stare at this stonker of a growth all the time. Now, she is starting to senesce her leaf on this growth, which is natural. They do start going into dormancy around this time of the year. From what I've read, this is my first year with them. She's a catasetum type, but oh my goodness, I'm enthralled. That's the word, enthralled with this growth. And again, like I said in a previous video, I am very, very proud of what has happened with this. Just very proud. She is in this clay pot, and in the pot, it's just moss. I do have this layer of small bark chips on top because she does sit in front of the east-facing window, and I don't want an algae buildup. And then, this is one of my Bellinas that I have. I have one Bellina in self-watering, the LECA setup, and then this one is in a moss and bark mixture, which the previous, or the other one was set up as well. She just didn't do as well. This one, she was like, yeah, give it to me. I love it. So she finished this leaf right here and is now growing this leaf, as well as lots of roots coming on in the back of the pot, and she's got roots inside the pot as well. So she, oh look, I just noticed this. She's got this root coming down as well. And that is this one. But I just love this. So I think out of the two, she will bloom first because she's putting on the most vegetative growth. But again, it's the juicy leaves, the fatness of the leaves. I can't wait for her to mature and really get those really big leaves like the Sanderiana. But again, she's one I look at every day and just obsess over. And the most, I guess, important at the moment, because you know we change it from day to day, but right now, my Wrinkle Stylus Gigantea in a nesh pot, heavy moss with some bark chips. Look at les roots. I love these roots. And I have decided that when it comes time to repot her, I will cut away as much of the basket as possible if need be, but otherwise she's just going to go into another pot in this pot. You know, I'm just going to leave her alone. I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. She has a new leaf coming for me. So this leaf right here is the one that she came with, this one right here, and it was kind of small, but it's grown over the season. I've only had her since July of 2022, and she did go in this pot in July as well. She had a couple of roots when she went in there, but look at the mass of roots in this pot. But I love her coloration. She sits in front of a southwest facing window in the extra bedroom. The anthocyanin on her, so she is at the highest I can give her without burning her. But oh my goodness, isn't she just beautiful? Just beautiful. And those are my 5 orchids that I am currently obsessed with. What are your 5? Leave them down below. I might not have one of them. I may want to go get one. Come on, enable me. Let me know. You guys have a beautiful day. See you on the next one.